Beautiful beings, thank you for being here for this timeless tarot message. I'm going to start by clearing the energy. I call upon my guides, my angels, my ancestors, and my galactic family of the highest love and light to channel through me the messages that this collective will need to hear at the time that it reaches them. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. All right. Let's see. My crystal tarot. What wants to come through? Is there more? Too many. Just a couple if you have any. That one wants to come out. Alright, that's good. Let's see. So this is the first one that came out. Ooh. Four of Wands. The universe brings all I need to feel blissful. This is definitely talking to someone who knows how to find joy in their everyday life, to find the bliss. I feel like you don't chase bliss. You know how to cultivate it in your life. You know how to find it in the little things and everything that matters. I definitely am also feeling a lot of freedom, happiness, celebration. There's like a time approaching or that you're currently in of laughter, of celebration, and a time to relax, to enjoy all of life's pleasures, especially if you've been feeling under pressure. So if you've been feeling a lot of stress or pressure, sometimes that happens around holidays, which is when I'm recording this. This can also be a reminder to make sure that you tap in with yourself and recharge and follow your bliss. Because sometimes around certain holidays, we can be caught up in pleasing others. And this could be a little gentle reminder to make sure you're taking care of yourself and serving yourself in the ways that recharge you and rest, and make sure you have joy for yourself and you're not just giving joy to others, because we need to fill up our own cups as well. This usually comes around holidays, can come around honeymoon, wedding parties, and which is kind of on point because personally I recently had a birthday, so maybe some of you guys also recently have a birthday coming up or that has recently happened, and this is talking about that bliss, that joy, and you finding the enjoyment in life. Doing something special for yourself, treating yourself, celebrating yourself. Every day that you're alive can be a celebration of the beautiful gift of you that you are here on earth. Ooh, Queen of Swords energy. I protect what matters to me. It's definitely like no BS energy. You're definitely like a warrior. I'm getting warrior princess, warrior queen, and warrior princess coming through as a message. So maybe that resonates with you. Maybe you feel like a warrior queen. I feel like this infinity symbol in her chest, it's slightly below the heart chakra, It's definitely, I'm feeling like personal power. You have a lot of personal power. You have a lot of strength and fortification within yourself. This protective energy of protecting yourself, but also protecting what matters to you most, whether that's people, animals, nature, a project, some art, family, whatever it is for you. I definitely feel this crown energy. So maybe you're tapped in with your crown chakra. Maybe you receive a lot of messages through your crown chakra. But I'm definitely feeling a sense of royalty, but a royalty that comes with fierceness. Somebody who doesn't just sit and, let things happen or watch over things, but someone who takes action to bring about your desires and the things that you care about. It can also be a strong sign of independence, insight, your own inner strength. You're definitely holding a sword. Some of you might also work with Archangel Michael. Some of you might have access to the angelic sword, because sometimes when you're working very closely with Archangel Michael, he can give you his sword and you can carry some of his swords around to protect yourself, to cut your own cords of attachment and things like that. There's this lightness though. With these feathers, I'm feeling this lightness, like I'm getting elven energy. Elves are very swift, they're very elegant, aerobatic when they're moving with their weapons, and when they're going through the forest, it's like they're almost gliding on air. And that is the message I'm getting for this collective, is that the way that you move about maybe your life or obstacles, you can move very swiftly, and it's like no resistance is around you, is what I'm hearing. Like you're almost floating on air when you're tackling things. So I hope that makes sense for some of you. And that can be your spirit team help guiding and protecting you. And it could also be just some spiritual abilities you have to work with your energy, with your chi, with your inner spirit, and embody your light body more, because the more we embody our light body, the more we can sometimes feel this light airy agility. And the queen is very self-reliant and resilient. She doesn't shy away from risks. So I feel like you're not afraid. Like, I don't feel a lot of fear coming from this person. You're more likely to take risks because you know that you can handle it. You know that spirit has your back. You know you're protected and you're fierce. There might be a level of responsibility or leadership that's coming up for you, like being an owner of a business, being a single parent, managing people or relationships within work or home life. You could be feeling maybe single, maybe your partner is away or you don't have a partner right now, and sometimes it can feel like you're facing everything almost alone, but not in a very depressing sense. It's a self-strength, it's a self-independence. Like, you can face things alone because you also know you have this beautiful spirit team behind you. That's what I'm feeling like these butterflies are, is part of your spirit team, aiding you and assisting you to be able to act swiftly, to take on the roles that are needed of you right at this moment. And overall, I feel badass energy. So whoever I'm talking to has this badass queen warrior energy where you don't let things get in your way. You are able to tackle anything that comes towards you. And then I'm also seeing like a yin yang energy almost behind her. So I feel like you do a really good job of balancing maybe work life and home life, family life and personal time to yourself. There's this balance within you where it's strength, but there's a softness in your strength, this lightness in your strength. It's strength without strong walls that is very opposing to help that wants to come your way or things like that. Then the other one that came out was the Knight of Swords. We have Ametrine twice, so Ametrine might be wanting to work with you. And it says, I choose my battles carefully. And when I put these cards together, it almost feels like it's completing this picture. It's like almost as if these things line up. So, the Knight of Swords is about making sure that you choose what serves you. Because there could be some people who are stirring up drama or want to stir up drama. For some people, the holidays isn't always a beautiful, grand occasion. Sometimes there's a lot of conflict between family members, between different ideals and ideologies. There could be some negative, people in your life. This is what I'm saying. This tornado is this drama of people trying to create a storm, trying to create this storm potentially around you, or to bring up things to cause disharmony, to cause a fight. So I'm feeling like a reminder to, choose your words carefully. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't owe anyone forgiveness for the sake of them wanting it. You don't owe anyone anything. You don't owe them your energy, your thoughts. You don't owe an answer if they're trying to poke and prod you. You can step back, and sometimes stepping back from potentially a toxic conversation, situation, or person can actually be a very strong move and a powerful move to take your energy and just remove it from the situation, which can diffuse it and just not give energy into potentially narcissistic behavior is something that I'm picking up on that could be, around at this time. It's definitely a call to avoid putting your energy in or being around whatever person or situation is trying to create this drama. It's like I see this tornado, and I'll show it so you can see it more clear. This tornado is this negative person's energy, and they're trying to wrap it around you. They're trying to get you caught up in their spiral, in their attack, in their toxicity, their narcissism. And, it could be guilt tripping, there could be Darvo going on, there could be all kinds of things going on. It really just depends on your situation. But what I'm seeing is them holding the sword, and they have the infinity around their heart chakra, which I'm feeling like your heart chakra is very guarded at this time when you're dealing with these narcissistic people. You're not going to let them appeal to your heart and try to guilt trip you into anything or make you feel guilty about maybe the way you're spending your time or the way that you are handling your life, because you're doing it in accordance with the Most High of what's best for you at this moment. And not everyone may understand that, and a lot of people might criticize if they can't understand. And that's probably because they're not, awake. I feel like I'm talking to someone who does the work, who meditates, who connects with their higher self, who connects with their spirits, their guides, with the universe, with maybe even galactics or spirit animals or nature spirits. Like, you are tapped into the other side, so you know that they have your back. Once again, I am drawn to these butterflies, and it's like the same butterflies around the queen, which are your spirit team assisting you. It's like they're also working, like this butterfly is pushing the, toxicity out. These two are trying to break it off of your arm. So like, you are definitely divinely assisted at this time. And you're not here to take any crap that, isn't best for you. And you can cut the cords. You can choose not to be around them, choose not to engage in conversation if they're not taking the conversation in a respectful direction. And that's a way of you taking your sword and cutting it off, not giving them your energy, not giving them your emotions. And I'm feeling like you're wearing some sort of energetic armor. And it can also be a reminder to potentially spiritually arm yourself when you know you're going to be around people who could be potentially harmful, or you have to be in a situation that could be potentially harmful. You can put beautiful protective light armor that will help shield your chakras and help protect you from any energetic or psychic attacks. And you are holding the sword in both of these cards, which means you have the power to defend. But when we're defending, we have to be careful not to get sucked into the energy that they're trying to take, because a lot of times they might want to instigate conflict just to get a rise out of you, just to stir drama. And we're not trying to stir drama. We're trying to slice away from drama. We're trying to step back from drama, not give them your energy at all. And that can be a way of using your sword. So it's definitely, I'm feeling like you're protecting yourself from toxic situations and people. And while you're doing that, there's still going to be a lot of joy. There's still going to be bliss. There's still going to be playfulness. There's still going to be a lot of beautiful pleasure and fun going on with this Four of Wands and blissful energy. And this is probably just your spirit guides reminding you that they have your back, they're helping you, and you don't owe anybody anything. You owe yourself to protect your spiritual being and your physical being from mental, physical, or emotional harm. Because you are worthy of protecting and defending, especially if that didn't happen as a child. And if people are just trying to drain your energy, step away. That can be a very, very powerful move. It's not given. Even if they're trying to prod, and set boundaries and keep those boundaries of maybe you can only be at an event or around these certain people for a very specific time, or you're not going to answer certain questions, or you're not going to engage in certain conversations. And you can say that, if you're not going to be respectful, I'm not going to engage in a conversation. That's it. And if somebody just brings up things, you can just be like, that's interesting, and not give them any feeling, emotion, or fuel to the fire they're trying to potentially bring towards you. You know what? I'm feeling like a unicorn wants to come through. So, beautiful unicorns, do you have a message or assistance for this collective at this time? This is the one that wants to come through. That's a beautiful card. It says, spread your joy and bring peace to the world. I definitely feel like the more that you choose your peace and the more that you choose your own safety and well-being, that brings peace to the world. Peacemaking isn't always saying, oh, you're right, or folding, or giving in, or giving your energy in an argument or anything like that. When we step back and choose ourselves and choose our own peace and our own well-being, mental, physical, emotional, when we do that, when you channel your inner peace and you protect that peace, you could help protect the peace of people around you as well. Because you're not giving into some chaotic energy. You're only giving peace. You're only exuding peace. And that's a very beautiful energy. Even when you're around potentially some chaotic energy and you step back, that sends energy waves of like, I will not engage in things that are not peaceful and things that are not respectful. And that can set the tone for people around you, for the world, for ripple effects, like the more that we exist in our bliss and our joy and our peace, and we anchor that frequency, the more that frequency can multiply on earth in general. So you're doing beautiful, powerful work by just choosing yourself and existing in your higher levels, your higher self channeling through you. I'm going to see if there's alien and cowgirls coming through. Interesting, very interesting. So this is a starship captain, and it says, I will lead others with confidence and humility. So we have a lot of this queen, this beautiful energy of leadership. You could potentially be setting the tone for how, a party or event or something could be going if you don't give into certain energies and you have confidence in yourself and what you will tolerate and what you won't. It can set the stage for what other people are willing to tolerate in their lives as well. I definitely feel like you're the captain. You're in the driver's seat. You can really navigate situations smoothly and effectively. Like, this is the captain of this starship, right? And they're navigating all kinds of obstacles. There could be asteroids, there could be, negative entities, and I'm just seeing them like potentially like in a battle with either asteroids coming their way or other enemy ships, and they're just outmaneuvering all of it. That's the energy I'm getting from this card, and what I'm seeing right now is this beautiful maneuverability, and she has this confidence as she's controlling and steering the ship. And that is you. You have this confidence when you're controlling and steering potentially a conversation or a situation or how you're spending your energy. It's this powerful leader captain energy of like, you're not going to take any bullshit, you're not going to give any bullshit, and you're only here for peace. You're like, I don't see her shooting, right? Like, she's not like engaged in a battle, she's out maneuvering other people. So your words can, and your withdrawal of energy can be a big way to outmaneuver other people by not giving in and being confident in who you are, confident in what you're doing with your life and the decisions you've made, regardless of if other people agree with them, because you're on the right path. You are in control of your life, and you have this divine assistance from your spirit guides that are all over you, and potentially spirit animals as well. There could be some unicorns who are also with you and helping to protect you, and Pegasuses, alicorns, like, they're all in the same realm. And the fact that I felt really drawn to them means they could be very drawn to you, drawn to your energy, and could be assisting you at this time. So I'm going to see if there's an animal with a message or assistance. Is there an animal who is assisting or has a message for this collective at this time? Okay, we got the beaver. Productiveness. Go ahead and just do it. I'm feeling like the beaver, even though this is saying productiveness, I'm also seeing the beaver being able to build a very strong dam and a very strong home. So I feel like that's what you're doing. You're fortifying yourself, you're fortifying your home. You're shielding yourself from any negativity that could happen. You are laying the foundations for your future, for your family. And with the productiveness, there could be a call to get something over with that you may have been avoiding. It could be a piece of paperwork or calling somebody or making an appointment. Like spirit might want you to get that over with, and just get that out of the way. So it could be a call to just do that. But personally, the way that I'm feeling this card is I feel like the beaver is helping in this, like, not just a productiveness, but a protectiveness. Because of the way that they build their structures, they build dams so strong, it's really hard for them to break. They build their homes so beautifully and so strong as well. And I feel like you have built your home, your home within yourself and your potential home as well. I feel like a lot of spiritual warding, a lot of spiritual cleansing. Like you might like sage your home or use Florida water or something like that. Like I feel like there's this protectiveness in your home and this beautiful building of like your ship in your home and your internal home, your temple, your body, and the way that you've been fortifying that as well. So I feel like you could be taking care of your body. You might be eating fresh fruits and vegetables, and you might be having like a cleaner diet, you might be meditating, you might be exercising, you might be journaling and art. But there's definitely this protectiveness I'm feeling, that is around you of whatever you're doing is definitely working. And if there are some things you've been putting off, I don't feel like you've put yourself off too much, but if there's something else your spirit team wants you to get it over with, that's what they're saying. Just get it over with, and there'll be more bigger, brighter things coming on the horizon. All right. I'm going to see if there's an ancient Lemuria card that wants to come through. These cards can be a little sticky. Yeah, they're just sticking. So I'm going to fan these out. Let's see. All right. Let's see. The sun is coming out today. So, apologize for the glare. It's just the way the sun is going. So, we have full spectrum. And this is kind of going along with what I was saying about your temple. So, it's like there's this full alignment between all of your chakras, from your crown chakra to your like higher upper chakras, even to your earth star chakra down to the ground. I definitely feel like you work with Mother Nature. You see how the plants are wrapping around her hands and her legs? This could be a call to ground into Mother Earth, or this could be a practice you're already doing on a regular basis, where you're grounding into Mother Earth and feeling her protection as well. And these wings is very sacred, which means you've done a lot of work to gain wings in this lifetime. Some of these wings could be gained from past lifetimes, but a lot of times our wings can be locked, and we unlock them through our spiritual practices, through our meditations, through our chakra alignments, and just working with the divine forces that we work with and the higher realm. I definitely feel like you're full on. It's like I'm feeling like you're almost like this fully charged battery, where you're all of your chakras, you've been gathering energy and letting like energy from the Most High channel through you and charge up, and also energy from Mother Earth to ground you and charge you as well. And these skulls, I am feeling like are potentially old versions of you, versions that you've shed, maybe versions that used to people please, or versions that didn't think they were worth X, Y, and Z. You come from the divine. You are worth divinity, respect, and nothing less but the Most High. So that's what you're willing to tolerate. And these wings, it's like this is like potentially where the swiftness is coming through. When I was getting this elven energy, you might be able to almost like flit around things or like fly around certain obstacles and things like that, or might feel a little bit lighter because your wings are engaged. Then I have the heart chakra, which is unfurling back to love. So I feel like you've done a lot of work to have this self-love within yourself. You could have had people telling you or giving this message that you're unworthy of love, and you broke that cycle, and you know to love yourself unconditionally. You know you're worth unconditional love, joy, respect. You have this cultivated sense of unconditional love that you might have been channeling from the other side. And these can be also very protective symbols. You might be protecting your chakras, or it might be a call to protect your heart chakra so nobody can attach to it or manipulate you through it. But I feel like you do a good job of that. And this dragonfly energy is this beautiful, loving, rebirth energy. And green is a color that's often associated with our heart chakra. So you might want to like hold something green, whether it's something in nature or stone, and carry it with you. Maybe you have a talisman, or maybe you want to make one to help protect your heart, so nothing can really disrupt your emotions, disrupt the balance you've worked so hard to cultivate within yourself. Overall, it's a beautiful, like, I feel like warrior queen energy that I get from you, and this divinity. You're definitely plugged into the other side as well. And you're not here to take no shit anymore. And you're here to, be peaceful and respectful. And if people aren't going to give you the same, it's bye-bye. Like, they don't deserve a place. And there's still going to be a lot of joy. So I feel like the way you're going to navigate potentially this situation or this energy is going to be, swiftly and with the assistance of your spirit guides at this time. The beaver might be helping you. The galactic family might be helping you. The Pegasus, Galicorn, unicorn energy, or even horse energy might be assisting you at this time. But you know that the universe is going to bring you joy, and you know how to cultivate joy within yourself and find joy in a lot of situations. And I'm so proud to be able to feel your energy. It's this beautiful energy. It's confidence, it's leadership, it's action, it's this beautiful confidence and almost like royalty about you as well. And it's very beautiful. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. I hope this finds you well. I'm sending you so much love and so much light.